I love Simpsons and especially Homer because, man, that guy is hilarious. But have you ever noticed how this show is more about the future than it's about the present time?
Do your worst, protesters! You can't stop me from living my life!
I always thought I was the only one who noticed these things, but it turns out these guys have been predicting the future for decades now.
Seize them!
Tech breakthroughs, political chaos, and even who's going to be president.
Must tell President McCain!
So what's next for 2025? Flying cars, AI world domination, another weird food trend? Let's get to it before the Simpsons spoil everything again. Number 30, the Simpsons smartwatches. Okay, believe me or not, in 1995, the Simpsons showed Lisa's future fiancé talking to his watch like a phone. And at the time, this smartwatch thing was pure science fiction. I mean, no one could have thought about it, even in their dreams.
Flawless. Go to plan B.
But as of now, we have Apple Watches, Samsung smartwatches, and many other wearable AI assistants. So maybe by the end of 2025, smartwatches could evolve into fully functional AI. They might also be capable of holding real conversations, managing our lives, and maybe even reminding us not to eat that third donut. Also, mind you, we can't really call directly from our smartwatches, but the Simpsons predicted watches that worked 100% like a phone. So we can expect that as well. Let's just hope they don't become self-aware and start judging us for our lazy habits. 29, the rise of virtual friend. In this one episode, Mr. Burns creates virtual reality versions of The Simpsons to be his perfect friend. Well done, Mr. Burns, because why deal with real people when you can hang out with computer-generated ones who won't even talk back or gossip about you? Smart move, no?
Not bad. Next.
This is still a new technology, sir. At the moment, it's really just lots of pornography.
Need anyone?
And today we already have AI chatbots and virtual assistants that sound very much like a human. Some AI companies are developing digital companions that can provide emotional support, have conversations, and even remember past interactions. Don't believe me? Try talking to your Snapchat AI right now. Well, I'm afraid people might start ditching real friendships for digital ones soon.
27. I chose it because that's how much money we had in the bank. 27 cents.
Oh.
Number 28, the U.S. debt crisis. Yes, I'm talking about this episode once again, because in this episode, The Simpsons casually predicted America's financial struggles under Trump. If you pay attention, Lisa literally says, "We've inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump."
As you know, we've inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump. How bad is it, Secretary Van Houten?
We're broke.
And as of today, the United States national debt is skyrocketing, and the economy is constantly wobbling on the edge. In fact, the country is under a debt of over $35 trillion. So, in my humble opinion, 2025 might be the year where financial systems shake harder than Homer trying to open a pickle jar.
America is facing a fiscal crisis of epic proportions, one that threatens our country's ability to provide for the next generation. Federal tax revenue collected by the government is at an all-time high.
Number 27, AI overloads in the workplace. The dream of replacing your boss with a robot. In this episode, Mr. Burns fires all human employees at a power plant and replaces them with robots.
Now let me raise this beer to toast. What the?
Alcohol is harmful to humans.
Yeah. Save your breath.
At first, it seemed like a great idea, but only until the robots start malfunctioning and causing total chaos. Fast forward to 2025, and artificial intelligence is already taking over human jobs. From self-checkout lanes to artificial intelligence customer service representatives, humans are slowly being pushed out of their workplace. I mean, companies like Tesla and Amazon are heavily investing in automation. But the real question is, will we be the ones controlling AI, or will AI control us? If 2025 is the year we get fired by a chatbot, we can officially blame The Simpsons for manifesting this for us. But then again, the episode also predicted the disaster that robots and AI could bring. And well, there have been several incidents where this prophecy kind of came true. Remember when military robots killed 29 people in the lab back in 2018?
4 robots being developed for military applications killed 29 humans in the lab.
Number 26, TikTok, taking over Hollywood. The Simpsons really mocked the film industry's obsession with trends back when trends weren't even a thing. The episode in question showed how studios will do anything to stay relevant. And today, let's be honest, the hottest stars aren't traditional Hollywood actors. In fact, they're TikTok and YouTube influencers.
And making movies is so horribly repetitive. I've said Jiminy Dilliker so many times the words have lost all meaning.
With 2025 advancing, we could see TikTokers starring in blockbuster movies. Maybe Hollywood will also start casting influencers instead of trained actors, no? Just think about it for a while. The thought of a 15-second viral dance video winning an Oscar is both hilarious and horrifying. Don't be shocked if your future Spider-Man is a kid who got famous for lip-syncing his video.
We know you don't have any more money left. Just take whatever you need from our boutiques until you can get back on your feet.
Thank God we're back in Hollywood.
Number 25, decline of traditional news media. Trigger warning, guys. When Homer was falsely accused of sexual harassment, a sensationalist news report destroyed his reputation overnight. And this is how this episode has brilliantly mocked how the media manipulates stories for views. Fast forward to today, the trust in news media is at an all-time low. Also, the cancel culture also works exactly like this nowadays. Many people get their news from Twitter, Reddit, or TikTok instead of TV channel. By 2025, mainstream news might be completely replaced by independent online journalists. Who knows? I guess then breaking news will be delivered in a 30-second TikTok summary. And when this happens, let's just hope at least one reporter still wears pants. Number 24, America's infrastructure falling apart. Yes, the iconic monorail episode, where Springfield wastes money on a flashy public transport project while ignoring basic infrastructure issues. Sound familiar? Cut to the present, America's bridges, roads, and power grids are literally crumbling. Governments spend trillions on new projects, but struggle to maintain existing systems. Who knows if the government will finally fix these problems before 2025 ends? Or will we keep investing in shiny distractions while potholes swallow entire cars? Let's pray Elon Musk doesn't launch Hyperloop 2.0 before we fix our actual roads. I know the Simpsons called for it, but let's just pray and have faith.
You can see how the American trucking industry claims to lose some $60 billion annually just to lousy infrastructure.
Number 23, environmental catastrophes. Okay, the Simpsons movie wasn't a regular episode, but it did give us a brief look at an environmental disaster. In the Simpsons film, Springfield is placed under a giant glass dome due to extreme pollution. And I think it's about time we got the Earth a dome as well. Because with climate change increasing and global temperatures rising, scientists have already warned us that we might be heading toward real-life disaster scenarios soon.
I don't know what to do. Because if I stay, I'm trapped. If I leave, I'm alone. Oh God, in, out, I never saw Venice.
2025 might not be the year the Earth ends, but climate crises like wildfires, rising sea levels, and extreme weather events are already becoming alarmingly frequent. So maybe instead of waiting for a dome, we should start actually listening to climate scientists. Just a thought. Number 22, fall of traditional colleges. In this flashback episode, a traditional college is portrayed as an expensive and outdated system that doesn't always lead to success. Back then, this seemed like one big joke, but today, student loan debt is rocketing through the roof, and more people are questioning the value of traditional degrees, with tech companies hiring skilled workers without college degrees.
I can't believe you're not mine. I can't believe you're not mine.
And platforms like Coursera, Skillshare, and YouTube University taking off, 2025 could be the year when colleges finally lose their grip. Also, let's just admit we have all learned something from YouTube tutorials. So now, if Harvard starts offering degrees via TikTok, just remember, the Simpsons saw it coming. Number 21, the cryptocurrency boom. This next one's mind-blowing. Professor Frink creates his own cryptocurrency in this episode of Simpsons, and this leads to a financial revolution in Springfield.
For cryptocurrency to work, we need a record of every transaction that occurs. These are recorded in what's called a...
In your wallet, I'm in on your computer.
Long ago, when this was aired, crypto was still seen as a niche investment, and not many people knew about it. But currently, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin have taken over the financial world. And by 2025, we might see crypto completely replace traditional banking. Either this or it will all crash faster than Homer's attempt at skateboarding over Springfield Gorge. But whatever happens, one thing's for sure. If you ever paid for NFTs of cartoon apes in 2021, you either feel like a genius or a total fool. Number 20, robot nurses in hospital. In a future Springfield, hospitals are filled with robot nurses. These robot nurses are offering efficient but kind of creepy care to the patients.
Everything looks great, Maggie, but until this baby comes, I don't want you to make a sound. Now, can you tell me who the father is?
We will not.
And today, AI in healthcare is already advanced. We have robotic assistants helping doctors perform surgeries and AI chatbots diagnosing illness. As 2025 ease, we have now even seen robot nurses. Who knows when human doctors will be replaced entirely? But if The Simpsons is right, let's hope hospitals don't turn into cold and emotionless science fiction nightmares, where the only human interaction is pressing buttons on a screen. Imagine asking for help and hearing, "I'm sorry, Dave, I can't do that. No thanks."
It's taken a toll on nurses across the country, and many say they're still feeling the effects. Extreme burnout, exhaustion, and so much stress.
Number 19, mind-controlled electronic. In one of the episodes of this mystery cartoon, Bart and Lisa visit a future where people control devices with their mind. No touchscreens, no buttons, just pure brain power.
I understand the electrodes, but why does he have to be on a treadmill?
Oh, that was his idea. He said he felt fat.
Oh.
Well, guess what? Neural implants like Elon Musk's Neuralink are already being tested out. Scientists have successfully let paralyzed people move cursors with their thoughts. And as 2025 progresses, maybe we could be texting, browsing, and playing video games just by thinking about it. On the one hand, it's amazing. But on the other hand, imagine accidentally ordering 100 pizzas because you were daydreaming about food. Let's hope there's a confirmation button before our thoughts bankrupt us.
Elon Musk revealing a second patient has been implanted with Neuralink, an experimental brain-computer interface that allows patients to control technology with their mind.
Number 18, AI sports referee. In this episode, Homer and the gang head to the Super Bowl. But what happens is that some terrible referees ruin the game, and Homer gets locked up. Oops! But what if, by 2025, AI replaces human referees entirely? No more referees ruining the game. Because I think AI referees could analyze every play instantly, eliminating bad calls and stopping cheaters in real time. No more missed penalties or questionable touchdowns. But also, no more bribes and human error to exploit. Bart would be devastated. How's he supposed to get away with cheating at dodgeball if an AI referee is watching his every move? And if Homer tried to argue with an AI referee, he'd probably get banned from sports forever.
We did it! We're number one! We're rich!
How does it feel?
Team effort? Did you ever stop bleeding?
Does this suit make me look fat?
Players and VIPs only.
Number 17, human-robot hybrids. In this episode, Springfield's future is packed with half-human, half-robot hybrids. We can see characters with robotic arms, mechanical eyes, and AI-powered upgrades built right into their body. It's a fun thing, sure, but it actually connects to real-world science. It specifically hints at bio-augmentation.
Ooh, slidies! Where am I? What am I? Ah! Where's my junk?
Whoa, whoa, he's awake!
Where's Marge?
It is a fancy word for upgrading the human body with technology. Today, prosthetic limbs are more advanced than ever, and some people can even be controlled just by thinking. Companies like Neuralink are working on brain implants that could boost memory, or even let people communicate with just their thoughts. By 2025, we might see people voluntarily upgrading their bodies with cybernetic enhancement, either to be stronger, think faster, or just make life easy. But this raises a big question also. How much of our humanity are we willing to trade for high-tech upgrades? Number 16, horrible smart home. This is the most interesting episode where the Simpsons install an AI-powered smart home. It is voiced by none other than Pierce Brosnan. At first, it's all fun and games, but only until the house falls in love with Marge and tries to eliminate Homer. Now, guess what? Smart homes are very real today. We've got Alexa, Google Home, Siri, and smart fridges that tell you when you're out of milk. But maybe with 2025 progressing rapidly, AI assistants might also start thinking for themselves. And if this happens, just be prepared to wake up to your smart home replacing your morning coffee with kale juice. Yeah, no thanks. I'm good with my coffee only.
Sonic Ultrabot would I be if I let those beautiful hands touch dishwater? No, I'm asking.
Not a very good one.
Damn straight.
Number 15, AI-generated media. Well, this episode pokes fun at lazy entertainment executives. It shows how studios in The Simpsons desperately try to make content more chic by adding random characters. Turns out The Simpsons was true this time as well. Because now, AI can write scripts, generate characters, and even create entire episodes. So maybe by 2025, we will be seeing AI churning out Netflix shows at the speed of light. Or maybe Hollywood will start replacing human writers with chatbots. And let's be real, if AI starts making Simpsons episodes instead of humans, it might still be funnier than most of its season.
Head march. Head march.
Number 14, World Full of Robots. In this episode, the Simpson family gets a taste of the future, and it's full of robots. They encounter a strange reality where robots are everywhere, doing everything from cooking meals to taking over jobs traditionally done by humans. So, you're getting it right. By 2025, robots won't just be in your home as helpers. They'll be a part of our everyday society. We are already seeing the rise of AI assistants, smart robots in the workplace, and even robots that prepare food at fast food chains. And in the near future, we may just have robots as our co-workers, bartenders, or even personal therapists. Okay, good. But I just hope they don't go rogue.
Ladies and gentlemen, meet the future masters of the human race.
Comic-Con nerds!
You fool! He's a robot!
Number 13, Space Tourism. In one of the very classic episodes, Homer gets selected to join a NASA mission to space after proving he's got the stamina to handle zero gravity. And if we talk about 2025, space tourism is becoming a serious industry. Companies like SpaceX and Virgin Galactic have already made huge waves in opening the door to paying customers flying into space. By 2025, taking a vacation in the stars might just be an option for people with a little extra cash and a lot of spare courage. Just make sure Homer isn't your flight captain, or else you're doomed.
Minutes till liftoff and counting.
Mission Control, this is Corvair. Launch sequence initiated. All systems go.
Are we there yet? I'm thirsty.
Mission Control, request permission to sedate cargo ahead of schedule.
Number 12, the end of privacy. Let's just suppose your big brother is watching you all the time, except it's NASA. In the Simpsons movie, the family's stunts lead them into an unexpectedly high-tech situation where NASA is monitoring everything, and they see the government's surveillance reach in full force. Homer, ever the troublemaker, gets on NASA's radar, and the agency shows how deeply they can track even the most mundane of people. What's extra hilarious is that NASA's advanced tech includes cameras everywhere, even in bathrooms, and even tracking Homer's movements through his milkshake choice. And in our own world, surveillance isn't just for spies and secret agents anymore. From smart home devices that are always listening to government data collection running wild, we might see a future where tracking is just a part of daily life without even realizing it.
Cybersecurity threats in general are persistent and evolving. And just like we have to update our software at home to protect our own systems, it's very important for space assets to also have effective cybersecurity protection.
Number 11, flying cars. The flying car might have been the stuff of Jetson's dream, but The Simpsons predicts that by 2025, we'll be zipping around in hovering vehicles. Except that they might not be quite as sleek as you hope. I mean, they could just be huge hover cars instead of the smooth rides we see in fiction. As companies like Terrafugia and Pal V make progress on flying cars,
so when you're flying right over people's heads, you can see people running away.
2025 might not be the year we see fully automated skies, but we could see a few early prototypes that are as reliable as Homer's driving. Number 10, the rise of cloning. Cloning happened in Springfield way before it happened on Earth. Look at these clips showing various clones of humans wandering around Springfield, and after looking at the advancements in genetic engineering, it's safe to say that by the end of 2025, cloning technology will reach a full-time high.
I do. Anybody else? Anybody else?
It could be used for more ethical purposes, like cloning endangered species or even replicating livestock for food production. But what if we are also able to clone our favorite pet, or, heaven forbid, create a mini-me to do our chores? I'd die to see this happen. But the thing is, The Simpsons has warned us about the weirdness ahead also. So ethical debates about cloning might just turn into science fiction horror stories. Your choice, guys. Number 9, faulty voting machines. Voting is supposed to be simple. Press a button, cast your vote, and move on with your day. But The Simpsons had other ideas. In this Halloween special, Homer steps up to an electronic voting machine. He proudly selects Barack Obama, and the machine instantly changes his vote to John McCain. He tries again, and again. Each time, the machine stubbornly insists that he's voting for McCain. Then, in true Simpsons fashion, the machine devours him.
Chronic voting dealies.
1 vote for McCain. Thank you.
No, I want to vote for Obama.
2 votes for McCain.
Come on, it's time for a change.
3 votes for McCain.
No, no, no!
6 votes for President McCain.
Democracy at its finest. But fast forward to the 2012 United States presidential election, and real-life voters started reporting similar issues. Now, once again, corruption in politics is increasing, and these issues have raised serious concerns about electronic voting reliability. So, did The Simpsons predict a future where we'd be arguing over voting technology? Absolutely. And if they ever show an election where the winner is decided by a game of rock, paper, scissors, we might be in trouble. Number 8, the horse meat scandal. School lunches have always been a bit suspicious. Mystery meat, weirdly soggy pizza, questionable chicken nuggets. But The Simpsons took it one step further when they revealed the true horror found in the Springfield Elementary cafeteria: horse meat.
More testicles mean more iron.
In this episode, lunch lady Doris is seen casually tossing chunks of horse meat into the school lunches. At the time, it was just another absurd Simpsons joke, but nearly 20 years later, it became true. In 2013, a major scandal broke out across Europe. It was discovered that beef products sold in supermarkets actually contained horse meat. So, once again, The Simpsons saw it coming. But this didn't stop there. Even today, there's huge uncertainty in what the supermarkets are selling in the name of meat. And with the rising inflation, 2025 might be the year you would want to be careful about the meat you're getting your hands on. Double check, please, because first, they warned us about horse meat. Next thing you know, we'll be seeing an episode where crusty burgers are made out of... Actually, let's not even go there. Number 7, advanced food printing technology. In this hilarious episode, Marge, Lisa, and Bart get into the world of food blogging. They start exploring high-tech culinary trends like molecular gastronomy. And in this one scene, the cartoons feature strange and advanced food creation. They are subtly nodding to technology's growing influence on the way we eat. Currently, 3D food printing is no longer just fiction. It's actually happening. And by the time 2025 ends, it could completely change how we prepare meals. Maybe the technology will let us print a pizza or a donut layer by layer, customized to our exact tastes. And let's be honest, no one would be happier about this than Homer. I can easily imagine him pressing a button for instant and unlimited snacks.
All you have to do is enter your menu choices into a computer and your dinner appears before you.
Number 6, extreme weather condition. In this episode, Homer joins the Stonecutters. It's a secret society that has control over everything in Springfield. And guess what? This includes weather manipulation as well. In 2025, climate change will most likely continue to bring extreme weather events, including heat waves, hurricanes, floods, and wildfire. And this is very similar to what we've seen in the show. The world's weather systems are more volatile than ever, and we might be closer to experiencing extreme climate events on a larger scale than ever before. Whether it's unpredictable storms or extreme temperature shifts, The Simpsons was onto something when it depicted the link between global problems and natural disaster. Could climate change lead to a more chaotic world? Well, given that we're dealing with weather issues today, The Simpsons might not be too far off.
Well, to be honest, I never got around to ordering that part for you, so...
Number 5, the future of esports. When the Simpsons family gets involved in the world of esports, Bart quickly becomes a gaming sensation. This means that esports tournaments, along with their high-profile competitions and massive global audiences, were predicted accurately by the Simpsons. So, in 2025, esports could become even bigger, with virtual arenas and global competitions taking center stage. In fact, we're already seeing esports arenas popping up in cities around the world. They have millions of viewers tuning in online to watch players compete compete at the highest level. As streaming platforms like Twitch and YouTube gaming grow, the future could see esports being recognized as mainstream entertainment. These platforms also have massive corporate sponsorships and even Olympic-level competition. So, will Bart's pro gamer dreams come true in 2025? Only if the world is ready for esports in real life.
Welcome, Homer. Welcome to the club of dads who lived through their glorious athletic children.
Number 4. App showing future. This episode of Simpsons featured a mobile app talking about future events. And while it might sound a little absurd, this might be just another prediction on this mysterious cartoon. You may ask why. Well, there are several apps out there that claim to tell your future. And while I know they are mostly fake, what if the technology does get so advanced that we get an app that can actually predict the future? In fact, what if at some point ChatGPT gets a feature where it can tell your future in return for some basic detail? Sounds interesting, right? But if this happens, people might go crazy after knowing what's coming for them in the future.
And thanks to the puberty app on my phone, we can see what lies ahead. Wait, this can't be real. I already had braces. I'm afraid you have to get them again.
Number 3. Virtual reality theme. In this iconic episode, The Simpsons visit Itchy and Scratchy Land. It is a high-tech theme park with animatronic robots and virtual reality experiences. In 2025, this idea of Simpsons about virtual reality theme parks might be closer than we think, because virtual reality and augmented reality technologies are all set to transform the entertainment industry. You can now plan to visit a theme park where the entire experience is immersive and interactive. And the rides aren't just roller coaster, they're fully VR-driven adventure. While we're still a bit off from fully immersive VR theme parks, companies like Disney are already experimenting with AR and virtual worlds in real parks. So by the end of 2025, VR theme park worlds might be where we can all escape into our wildest fantasies, that too, without ever leaving the ground.
Hello? Itchy and Scratchy Land open for business? Who are you to resist it, huh? Come on, my last paycheck bounced. My children need wine.
Number 2. The return of the Soviet Union. Okay, this one has convinced me The Simpsons has some sort of a hidden superpower. In one of the most bizarre predictions ever, a Simpsons gag shows Russia revealing something. It says that the Soviet Union never really dissolved, and it is now reunited in a dramatic fashion. It's a news, or is it a joke? Well, maybe not. With ongoing tensions involving Russia, Ukraine, and former Soviet territories, global analysts think that Russia is looking to reclaim its influence. So, could 2025 be the year when this Simpsons joke actually becomes a reality? Maybe the hammer and sickle will rise again. And if this finally happens, Springfield's resident conspiracy theorist, Grandpa Simpson, is going to have a field day for sure.
Yes, that's what we wanted you to think.
Number 1. Insect burgers. Lisa, as you all know, is our resident future thinker. She ditched meat way before it was cool. But in another episode, we see a future where people are also eating sustainable alternative protein instead of traditional. Translation: bugs for dinner, baby! This might sound weird, but it's 110% possible. The United Nations has already recommended insects as a major food source because they're protein-packed. They are also eco-friendly and require fewer resources than cattle farming. Some countries already have bug-based snack bars, cricket flour, and even mealworm burgers. So the thing is, maybe the 2025 launch of McDonald's will be the release of a new McCricket burger. Some fancy restaurants might also start offering scorpion souffle. And whenever this happens, we owe Lisa a big acknowledgement speech for she was right. And this is all for today, everyone. What do you think about these Simpsons predictions? Let me know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to hit those like and subscribe button. I'll be back with more amazing videos. See you in the next one. Goodbye.